pulled up into a twister. Oh, hey.
Anti-M. New Jersey's close to Kansas, isn't it?
It seems like that lately.
Everything's all topsy-turvy.
No, because of all the Confederate flags.
It's that podcast. Funny thing is Kansas was a free state. Missouri, on the other hand, was a slave state.
Mm-hmm.
Now you couldn't tell that. You couldn't tell that because now we have Missouri's a very much a Democratic. We got a Democratic governor who vetoes right to work bills, who is very much in protecting the unions and the workers, or he's trying his best to. I'm not saying he's the greatest governor we've ever had. I'm just saying he does his fair share for the workers and the unions. Whereas you got the Kansas governor, Sam Brownback, who just literally just shoved his state into debt by giving tax breaks to the super rich. And
sounds like my governor.
Great, yes. And giving tax breaks to super rich and then not funding schools. So they're going.
Oh, yeah. He gets along with Chris Christie then. Chris Christie accused people of being greedy. Meanwhile, he got the lap band surgery, but still got fat. Talk about greed. He had surgery, but still got fat.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I want some more food.
Well, Kansas. Which one is Kansas? Is Missouri the one that's like taller, and Kansas is long ways? Like if you turn Missouri on the side.
Missouri's the state that touches 8 other states.
I don't know. I'm terrible. Sophia has this one geography puzzle where it's like United States, and you got to put the states together. I could do like the corners, and that's about it.
Then after that, it's all fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of children and schools and stuff, Jared from Subway is involved in a scandal. Now, if you don't know who Jared from Subway is, he's the fat kid who made it big by eating sandwiches, which is what Chris Christie's trying to do.
And he's worth $12 million for that.
Can you believe that?
His net worth is that's Subway money, $12 million. The only thing, I mean, the one thing about this whole Jared situation, I gotta say, is it's worse for him. I think if he didn't do it, if he has nothing to do with it, I think it's actually worse for him because nobody's going to buy that now. Like they actually didn't charge him with anything. They just raided his home because his other guy did it. But now everybody sees him as that, and especially stupid people. They'll never not see him as that. And imagine if he was guilty, then I'd be like, fuck, I'm good. I'm glad he feels bad. But if he's possibly not guilty and has to live like that the rest of his life, that sucks.
Yeah, no, and there's nothing that says he's guilty yet. I mean, but they don't raid your home on suspicion of child porn, not porn, but they don't raid your home on suspicion of child porn without some probable cause, I wouldn't think. But you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of fucking police either. So, they can make human error just as well as anybody else could. So,
well, they also he used to sell porn from his dorm room. That was like what he did to make money in college. He would rent porn for $1.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So he was like known as the porn king in his college, and he's the one starting children's charities.
Yeah, and what fat guy do you not know? What morbidly obese fat guy does some fucking weird sexual inclinations? I mean, I've never met a just huge motherfucker who didn't masturbate to the weirdest fucking shit. Like, sisters fucking goats while their brothers watch and masturbate on their mom kind of shit.
Well, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a weight thing. I think I've seen that one. You get down those dark tunnels, you just keep going. Like
it all gets darker.
It doesn't start that. It starts out with like these lesbian that look alike, and then lesbian sisters, and then lesbian sisters and mom, then lesbian sisters, mom, and goat. You just keep going.
And mom, goat, brother, uncle,
fucker, whatever.
Sucker. So do you think that people are going to be harder on Jared than let's say Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was really forgived for the most part. I mean, it was obvious that Michael Jackson just basically just touched hundreds of fucking children.
But you can't compare his fame to Jared's fame. That's two different levels. they're, Michael Jackson was considered like a god. Jared's just like you said, some fat guy that ate sandwiches and got skinny.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's still fame though. I mean, yeah, Michael Jackson can get off with a lot more, but Jared's fame is still. I mean, he's still famous enough, more famous than us. If you, I won't say you because
Okay.
I would never dream of that. If you went off and touched a child,
Okay. You would never dream of it.
I would never dream of that. That's why I'm throwing this on your plate.
Okay.
If you
So
went
this
off and
is how
touched,
I would do it. All right. First of all, I would never get caught.
just never get caught.
Never get caught. No.
There's no need to search for anything now. I mean,
I'm too good with computers.
Oh God, I hope some cops aren't listening.
Nobody is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, nobody's fucking pays attention.
Yeah.
But if your fame, okay, let's put you up against Jared. Do you think Jared will have more leniencies compared to somebody like you?
Yes, absolutely.
Or what about somebody like I don't know? I'm trying to think of somebody less famous than us. I mean, I'm not saying we're famous, but we're more famous.
Less famous than us? That'd be anyone. I don't know. My mom.
Okay, as compared to your mom, we'll just keep this in the family. Do you think you'd have more leniency than your mom?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I don't know where I'm going with this line of questioning.
I don't know either. I think your main point was that famous people are allowed to do whatever they want.
Well, I mean, I think they are. I think Michael Jackson got away with a lot. Like Gary Glitter. I mean, he was charged and he was convicted, but I mean,
I don't know. They don't look at him at too good of a light, though. You know who did? No. They don't even play the song anymore in sporting events, I don't think.
Oh, I hear it all the time, or I heard it. I've heard it. I haven't been to a sporting event in like 6 years, but the last time I went, I heard it. Dun, 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 hey!
I don't even think you're allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, you're not? Did I just do that? Does that mean I have to touch a child?
Yeah.
God damn it! I wasn't even thinking about it.
It was a good song, but that was his only song. But yeah, guys like him are just kind of, I think, looked at as like a dirty pervert. But Michael Jackson reached this kind of level of fame where he'd have to, like, even if he killed 10 of those kids, he'd be like, I don't know. I mean, he was a musical genius, though.
My earphone is going out on one side, and this side right here.
Is it your earphone or your ear?
Well, it could be my ear. Jesus, I'm going bald too. But my ear is going. My earphone is going out, so it just pops in and out. I hear your full beauty, and then all of a sudden it's just.
Then I'm just whispering on one side.
Yeah.
Well, did you see that flash on my face? Oh shit.
Uh oh. So
lightning. But yeah. So Jared from Subway, not guilty. I'm gonna say not guilty.
You're gonna call that because we have a history. We have a history when we call something, it comes true.
I'm saying not guilty. They didn't find anything. They just, their computers are related because he was the head of his thing. So, they have to check everybody related. Computer.
Oh, so you're going to say not even charged, not even they're just going through the motions.
Yep. And then what sucks for him, that Subway already dropped them too, because you can never get that untarnished. No one's ever going to buy it. The meme's already out there. He's a kid toucher now, no matter whether he's guilty or not.
Yeah, he's always going to be. But he's got $12 million, and if the guy can't make $12 million last the rest of his life, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I would just go into like my own home, just never come out, and just buy really cool shit to play with.
And I don't want to. And I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear anybody say that $12 million can't last the rest of your life, because people everyday working people like you and I, we're expected to make a life on $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
For the next 30 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
So he's got $12 million in the last 15. If he can't make that last, then that's his problem.
Yeah. What happens to people? I don't know if something like breaks in your brain, because see people go through money like that.
Oh yeah, when you have it, I mean, when you have it, you have it.
I actually think I would have a problem with that. My wife would definitely have to manage our money, because I would just want to buy stupid shit.
Oh, I do all the time. I mean, me and my wife went from when we first got married to making a combined $15,000 a year. Yeah. I mean, this was back when we were, 19 to I'd say 24, $15,000 a year, to now making almost 70.
Really?
So combined, so maybe a little bit more. She makes 60. I make so maybe almost, yeah, maybe about $80,000 a year. So
Yeah.
now we're keeping track of the money. I'm fucking spending every goddamn thing I
Of
want to
course.
fucking buy it on. I'm buying all kinds of dildos, all kinds of fucking software to hide pornography,
They don't.
Gary
That's not
Glitter
a thing.
dolls. Huh?
That's not a thing. Software to hide pornography. Whoever sold you that stole your money.
What?
That's not a thing. Yeah. I just did the
Oh,
smart thing too. I just want to know, this is a safety tip for the listeners. I was
yes.
just watching lightning out of my window too, and I realized I should unplug the laptop because there was a a plug going from the laptop to the electrical socket through this wire and then right onto my head. So I probably shouldn't have had that plugged in. So I
Oh,
unplugged.
that would have been fun.
Yeah.
That would have been a good show.
Yeah, the last, like, it would have just been a freeze image of
What a- that would have been the rip. I would have saved it,
the
and I would have
screenshot.
sent it
Yeah.
to the wife, and I would put rip above it, R.I.P. rest, and had her use it for your funeral picture.
That'd be the most action this bed scene in a while.
No.
I'm in the bedroom where all the magic happens. That's where the sex disappears. Poof.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna disappear if you use words like poof,
Like tissue paper. Whoosh, like that flash paper there.
whoosh, just goes up in flame. That's it.
Bang, yeah.
Who's the flamer?
Oh, me. Oh, wait. No, that's a trick question. I'm not a flamer anymore. What was the other topic? Jared from Subway, that happened.
Jared. What else happened? Oh, Jeb Bush. I like Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush is my new favorite.
Well, he wants everybody to work harder and longer.
Work longer. Yeah. A guy who is a millionaire, and that's just fun. That's just fun. I love when these fucking multimillionaires
who works 156 days a week probably himself.
Let me tell you something. There is not going to be a week where congressman, Republican or Democrat, will work a full 5 days in 2015.
No.
Not 1 week.
None.
You can look it up. I mean, look it up, everybody who's listening.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Look it up.
Look it up right now. And I'm looking it up, and I'm right. So, but you get Jeb Bush, who multi-millionaire. His family has money. His family has money so far back they don't even know. And he's telling people to work harder. Never worked. I don't know. Never ever dug a ditch. Never had to, get on his hands and knees and fucking run a wire to something else.
No.
Never had to.
No, he's got that family money
with his hands. He's got that family money. He pays other people to fucking do it.
I'm really tired. I do not want to see a Bush-Clinton election. I'm so tired of both of those names. That would make us look like we're some kind of kings and queens shit going on because it's just the same families over again.
Yeah. And we're idiots, and that's why. But
it was been a Bush or Clinton, except for Obama. It's been a Bush or Clinton in office for like 20-something years.
Other than a Thomas Henderson ticket, which that's what I'm going to vote for.
Who's Thomas Henderson?
The half-ass podcast ticket.
Oh, I thought you meant there was a guy named Thomas Henderson.
No, you're gonna be my vice president. I'm gonna be the president, and we're gonna fuck shit up. Or if that can't happen, I'm voting Bernie Sanders. I'm Bernie Sanders.
I'm voting Bernie Sanders over the Thompson Henderson ticket. Actually,
I probably will end up doing that also.
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
Bernie Sanders. He. This fucking guy. The more I look into him, the more I like him. I mean, he's not without his faults, as is everybody else, but he's been there since civil rights. Yeah. He has constantly fought.
His age, people. I think he's been there since the revolution.
Yes. He's probably gonna die the first day in office.
Yeah, that's the only thing that worries about me with him is his age. I mean, he seems like he's pretty in touch, but usually old guys are pretty out of touch. I don't know how he could be both.
I think he fought so long that it doesn't matter. I mean, he's fought for it all for so long. I'm
Yeah,
not
I think he's got a good shot.
enough. But I like him. It depends on who he gets on. If he gets Clinton for his vice president, I'm probably not gonna go for it. I don't.
I don't think Hillary's down with that. She's too much of a. She's got too big of a dick to like let anybody pick her as her running mate. She wants to be president or bust.
Oh my god, her fucking clitoris must be like
Oh
6 inches
my God,
long,
it's huge.
bigger than ours. I mean, fuck, it probably is coiled up like one of those fucking moths
Yeah,
that have the huge fucking tongue.
yeah,
And when she takes off her pants, it just
yeah, and it rattles like a snake. It rattles when it's threatened. Yeah.
and it bites. It just spews venom. She doesn't orgasm. She just spits it out the fucking end of it.
And it burns you. That's why Bill likes the cigars. Just reminds him.
He likes he puts the cigar in fucking Monica while lit, and then turns it around and puts the cherry on his arm and goes, "Oh, that's for Hillary."
Or he clips the tip off of her clit, just like his cigar, and it just grows right back.
Oh, it grows into 2 heads. Now it's like a fucking 6-headed little fucking monster. It's like,
yeah, I don't. Hillary wouldn't get my vote either. Just to vote Democrat, I wouldn't. I don't think I would have to vote for her either.
No, I wouldn't vote Republican. I'd still write in Bernie Sanders. I'd still write him, or Jesus. I'd write in Jesus. I'd like.
Is he running Democrat or independent? I heard he was running the Democrat ticket.
He's running on the Democratic ticket, even though he's independent.
Okay.
He still needs to run with a party because we only have 2 fucking parties. We're a Pepsi and Coke system. And how fucking stupid do you have to be? How long do you have to fucking realize that a Pepsi and Coke system doesn't work? It's basically what it is it's 2 doors into a slaughterhouse. I mean, that's all it is. It's like, hey, you can be Democrat or you can Republican, but you're going into the same fucking building at the end of the day. So
like light flicker.
Uh-oh.
Light flickered, but we're all right. We're on. We're live.
Yeah. We're still going.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's that's what it is. It's 2 doors. People don't fucking realize that, and we really need to do away with that and go to a parliamentary type system where corporations can't get such a foothold on our candidates, and it's infuriating because I don't like Coke. I don't like Pepsi.
I like Coke.
You would,
yeah,
you bastard. Coke or Republicans?
No. Well, that could be true because you know who likes Pepsi? Democrats. Yeah.
Democrats?
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue America.
I like to call them Democrats. Let's confuse more people. You know, people like to see our posts and assume that we're anti to something that we actually are not anti. I don't get that.
Fuck. We're super fucking liberal. I mean, we're both super fucking liberal. Yeah. But we're also we're not those liberals where you can't make fun of everything. We're the type where you have to make fun of it.
Politically correct bullshit. I don't even think that's really a lot of liberals. I think that like gets pawned off on the liberal. Like that's them because that's the only thing they have to complain about them for. Like, oh, liberals got their way. No one could have any fun anymore.
Yeah. And there are certain things where you need to, you can't go off and call the fucking kid with Down syndrome a retard. You gotta. Well, you can, but as long as it's behind his back and is at his expense. But you can't go right up to his face and hurt his feelings intentionally.
Well, you could if nobody's around and no one will believe him.
No, you don't. You don't want to do that because they got the fucking crazy retard strength.
They have that strong.
Grab you by the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just more worried about your lights going off, aren't you?
No, it's just a really cool looking storm outside. It's one of those ones where like it was dark, but no, it's 9 o'clock at night and it looks like daylight outside.
Is it?
Yeah, look at this.
Does it? Okay. This is really good for a radio show.
Yeah, it's good for the audio portion of the show. See that, everybody?
Oh yeah, but yeah, well, I can't do Hillary, and I would. It's not that she's a woman, and that doesn't bother me. I would love Elizabeth Warren to run. Would love Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah,
I'd vote for Elizabeth if it was come down to Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. I'd still probably go with Bernie Sanders, but I would consider Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I usually I do elections like I do the playoffs. I kind of don't pay attention all season, and then I wait till the playoffs start. Then I get involved. So once they start getting down to the debates and all that, then I'll jump in and start picking people and deciding who I like and don't like. But so far, it's Bernie Sanders.
No,
There's no
it's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
We need to. Speaking of playoffs, football's just around this corner, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's coming.
We need to start getting fantasy leagues.
I want to do. We should get the podcast people out there. We'll do a podcast league between podcast shows. So we would be a team. Other shows would be a team. That kind of stuff.
I'll start. I'll start asking around. See,
This is also something probably not good for listeners. We could talk about that off air.
yeah. Well, you know what? You know what? They can know that there's other podcasts out there, like what the happened. Well, that happened. I don't know their name. Well, that happened.
Well, that happened.
Well, that happened. Podcast.
Then there's the pot something, isn't there? The podcast. Is there a podcast? Is that just in my mind? Did I make that one up?
I think you made that one up.
That would be good.
I think you're trying to tell us that you want to go do something after this one's over.
That one, yeah. I like to watch the storm, smoke the podcast,
and smoke the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's well, that happened. They've been real supportive, and Pod About Nothing and the Listening Party podcast. There are a couple of real supportive podcasts.
They're the ones that gave us an awesome review.
Yeah, so check them out.
Yeah,
they're real good. I'll see if they can't do something. Other than that, I think, what are we on time? I'm done. I'm done with this show.
Websites. That's what we're on.
I'm done with this show. Fuck off.
Websites.
Halfasspodcast.net. Find us on Stitcher. Find us on iTunes.
If I survive this storm of all storms, the greatest storm of the century.
If John survives. Check us out on Stitcher and iTunes. Half-Ass Podcast on any social media. You'll find us. Howsyourrobot.com. How's Your Robot on any social media. You'll find Johnny. Other than that, I'm fucking done with you. I wonder what we're going to do for the next show. Because
the Pope high on cocaine.